Evans, and I'm here today with my main man, brother from another mother, Stefan Schurig.
Hi guys.
Yo, yo. Today's hangout is going to be about finding your why and how important having a compelling why is. So I'm going to pass over the presentation to Stefan.
Absolutely. And for me, the intention of these hangouts is to give you something that you can work with, not only in your business, but also in your life. And my intention is to give you my experience to see what's possible for you, and maybe you can learn something or get an information and a golden nugget that you can work with in your life and in your business. And for me, this finding your why, it's the most important lesson that you can do for yourself in life. And because it is your natural engine, it is that what you drives to reach your goal. And in preparation of that hangout, I listed some ideas that may help you to really get deeper into that topic. And let me see if I can switch over that screen. So, Paul, can you see that document?
Yeah, it's just come up now, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And the question for that topic is how to find your why. And in my opinion, there are two approaches out there in the market to lead someone to his or her goals. And that is A, to give him the fish, to give him directly that what you think that he wants, or to show him how to angle. And what is the difference? The difference is, in my opinion, it is A is a limited and dependent way, and B is the total unlimited and independent way. And if we think you maybe know something about option A, we want to help you to be free and independent while fulfilling yourself. We want to have you to have the angle to fish whenever you want. And is it okay to show you how? So what do you think is the easiest way to reach your goals? And for this process, you can use a technique that is called reverse engineering. And you go from the end to the beginning. And the easiest way to reach your goals is when it takes no effort, when it is no work, when it is easy and fun. And let's be honest, when it comes to earning money, the majority of people in our society stuck in certain belief patterns. These are, you have to work hard for your money, you have to choose a safe and reasonable job, and you have to have years of education. But this mindset and belief patterns, these resulted out of the times before the agriculture and the industrial revolution, and this was back in time. It is based on a school system that served the thought of surviving more than expressing your authentic potential. And what we want to do with this hangout, what we want to do with pointing to that question, what is your why, is that we want to really take you back to your core values, to your authentic nature. And these belief patterns that I mentioned before, they were always an attitude of have, do, be. You have to do something, and you have to work to be something. But the problem with that is, it is always a process of doing something to be something. Can you see that? This is the hardest way, because it's always a state of not it is always a state of acting. You have to go somewhere to be somewhere, and this goes back to your personal awareness of yourself and of your core values. Can you see that? But it is 2014. We are living in the age of information. Finding your why, your real why, is a process of becoming aware of who you really are and what you want in life. And the biggest advantage of this process is that you never ever any longer need to ask where to go and why, because this takes all the burden from your shoulder. You can be who you really are, and this is a process of be who you really are, do what you want, and have everything you want in life. And we want to reverse that process, and if you do yourself that favor, diving into that question, it will stop all the search in your life instantly. But to be honest, this requires total honesty. And let me say that again, this requires total honesty of yourself. And be aware, you cannot fool your mirror image. And what do I mean by that is, you cannot fool yourself. You can tell somebody something, but if you're not connected with your core values, everyone out there is recognizing that. Ask yourself, why do you do what you do in life? And the moment you ask yourself that question, be sure that in 99.9%, your first answer is an automated, not authentic reflex. Be sure that in 99.9%, your second answer is an automated, not authentic answer. Be sure that in 99%, your third to 10th answer is an automated, not authentic reflex or answer. And what do I mean by that? Is that we were taught by society some kind of reaction, some kind of everyday talking to that answer, and we are trained on that. But if you want to go deeper in life, go through that process and ask yourself that deeper why. Be sure that money is not the answer to that question, why you do what you do in life. And be sure that your family is not the answer. This question, this answer to that question is much, much deeper. So ask yourself, why do you do what you do in life? And you can quit on this, or you can free yourself forever. And this is just a decision. But if you start here and you want to have an unlimited independent resource, then go back to your inner core values. Are you ready? I want to show you how to stand out from the crowd naturally and why this works biologically. There is a brilliant book outside from Simon Sinek that explains how great leaders inspire to act, and it's called Start with Why. And in this book, Simon Sinek explained the golden circle, and you can see it here on the left. The majority of companies, the majority of people sharing a life message, they always talk about the what drives them, what is the product, what is the system, what is the company, and they rarely talk about why they do what they do. And in this book, Simon Sinek shows why a company like Apple stands out from the market because they are always communicating their why they do what they do. And this is exactly the picture your brain is built. And you can see that on the left, on the right, sorry. You can see that on the right. And the why area is presented by the limbic system, which represents our feelings. And on the other hand, the what and how area is presented by the neocortex that is responsible for our language. And maybe you have experienced that for yourself, that somebody's talking to you, but you cannot feel their motivations and their reason why they do what they do. So exactly, if you're talking simply in words, but you're not connected with inner core values, you only talk to the neocortex and not to the limbic area, which is the intuitive area of your brain, and it is responsible for the decision making. So you maybe have heard that I felt that in my gut. So this is exactly responsible for your personal feelings, and this is responsible in the end or finally for the decision making. And this is what I want you to understand, that if you speak from your heart, if you speak from inner core values, and this is why it is so important to start with your personal why, because if you can communicate that information, that message you want to share from the heart, you speak directly to the people. And you can see that here. Life works always from the inside out and not the other way around. Life works from the why to the how to the what and not the other way around. You can do that. Naturally, you can do that. But you will find out that you get connected to more of the people if you speak from your heart. And speaking of a what without any connection to your why is communicating simply in words and not with your heart. But your true passion, your true self, and your real nature is expressed in between the lines. And becoming aware of your why is connecting with your authentic authority. And this is called excellence. So these are my thoughts for today's hangout, and I hope that there is something in for you that helps you to really get the message of finding your inner engine, finding your inner motivation to reach your goals. And yeah, maybe Paul, you have something to add in this topic that you want to share with the people. And these are my thoughts about finding your why, and why it is the most important question that you can ask yourself, not only for business but much more for life.
It means why are you doing what you're doing? Basically, if you trying to lose weight, why are you trying to lose weight? You're trying to lose weight because you want to better yourself. You want to make a better version of yourself. Why do you want to earn more money from home? It's because, again, you want to make a better version of yourself, a better life for yourself and your family. What drives my why is basically you have to think about the pain in your life to drive you to your why. I mean, the pain in my life that got me into this industry of what we're talking about now, internet marketing or online marketing, this is what me and Steph actually do, was the fact that I was working as a forklift truck driver. I was struggling from month to month and not being much of a breadwinner, as you could say, you know, like support to my family. I was like 30 odd years of age. I was struggling financially, and being 30 something years of age and still going to your dad asking him to lend you money and things like this was the power of my why. This was embarrassing for me, and I had to find a better way for myself. And so I started learning some new strategies, some new techniques, and I started working on myself. And because it does start with the inside, like Stefan was saying, you have to feel the passion. You have to have a real compassion for your why, for you to continue forward, pushing in your journey, basically.
Absolutely, and I think this is what it makes easy for you to really focus on what you're doing on a daily basis. This makes it easier. I think some of the things you mentioned are some kind of signs that really shows you where your direction is. You feel uncomfortable with certain things in life, so this is for me it is a sign, a road sign that really helps you to get deeper into that topic of finding your why. And the next step for me is really, if you become aware of a situation you're not confident with, you not feel okay with, it is some kind of road sign that helps you to really dig deeper and find out what is that what you want, what are your core values in life, what is that I want to share with the world, what I want to share with the people. And this, if you find your inner motivation, if you find that value that you want to share with other people, then it becomes easy to focus on a certain goal, because this is you don't have to think about who you are. You are what you are, and you are what you do. So it becomes very easy to go for your goals and to go for the things you want to have in life.
You definitely have to have a strong why to help push you forward, basically. Without a why, too many people out there give up on their dreams and what they want to achieve in the future, because it's not a compelling enough feeling. They have to have the inner feelings. I can't describe the words what I'm trying to say, but you have to feel it deep inside, a strong why. You have to be, like an urgent feeling. Not an urgent feeling, but I can't really get the word across.
Yeah.
Don't limit yourself. Don't limit your happiness, and just don't limit your life. You've got life.
I think society don't taught us that we can live ourselves, that we can live our values in this system. Then we do not have the chance. We have to have a job. We have to follow certain pathways. Society is dictating us, but we weren't connected to our core values, and we weren't connected. I think we were disconnected at a certain point in life where we thought we have to follow these like lemmings after just doing a job and really do something to be something. But I see it the other way around. If you are connected with your heart, and if you are connected with your passion, it's easy to express because you don't have to think about this.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it took me a long time to get my head around the concept of finding your why. At the beginning, I was just going along with emotions of doing what I was being told to do to try and succeed, but not really knowing why I was doing it until I started to really think about my why. And I really want to get away from the position I was in, and to have a clearer vision for my own future. So
and there is a
very powerful why to continue going to your why.
Yeah, there is a funny story in that book, Start With Your Why, where Simon Sinek explains that Apple did their logo on the cover of their laptop. They did it that way that everyone, if you open up your laptop, you can see that logo from Apple, and exactly that Apple think for their audience. But other companies like Acer, they did it the other way around. So you can see it for yourself if you open up your laptop, but if the other one is looking at your laptop, it is on the head. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's exact. So he explains that Apple has always in mind that this is something they create for their audience and their people. And companies like Acer always think about their product, and they think, okay, let's do that name on that laptop, and do not think much deeper than Apple. And this is a brilliant example to really show in a little detail that Apple always thought about their audience, and other companies think about their products. And this is an expression of your personal why. So if your drive is to help the people and to connect with the people, you think about these little details. And yeah, this is a great, for me, it's a great example showing that if you have your core values and if you are aware of your why, then you think of that little details.
Yeah. So the concept of today's hangout is to really sit down and think about what your why is. If you haven't thought about this yet, it is so important for your success in anything that you want to do in life, whether it's your personal life, whether it's losing weight, whether it's your business. You need to have a strong feeling towards your why. You need to really sit down and think about why you're doing what you're doing. You have to become basically a better version of yourself and really deeply realize what your why is.
Yeah, absolutely. And can you remember that we did some kind of exercise over there at that event in, I think it was Chicago, where we did that exercise, what is your why? And your first impression is, I wanna be free. And then they asked, so why you wanna be free? And the next answer was, yeah, I want to be free because I want to do the things in life that I want to do, and I want to earn money the way I want to earn money. Yeah, and why you want to have that?
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
The process is you have to calm down the chatterbox in your head. You have to really find that point that is deeper, and it probably will become the 10th or 15th answer you have to that question, what is your why? And if you go that way, you can be sure that you will find an answer that is not coming from the head, that is coming from the heart. And this is what I want to share. There is that saying that the longest journey you do in life is that from your head into your heart. And I love that quote, really, because it shows that sometimes we let our mind speak, but it is exactly that gesture that it's like becoming an idiot, because this is the chattering box we are always listened to. But I think the more truth is that you listen to your heart.
You need to have an emotional connection towards your why. I think that's basically what we're trying to get across. You have to be emotionally connected to your why with deep inside, and that's what we're trying to get across to you.
Absolutely.
Cool. So that's going to be. I'm going to wrap up the hangout now. So what we're going to do, we're going to leave a couple of links below us to get in contact with us with our Facebook. If you want to connect with us, there's a link to my Facebook. There's a link to Stefan's Facebook. So if you want to connect with us in any way, then you're more than welcome to do that. The links are going to be below this video. So I'm going to say bye for now, and thanks for watching this quick hangout.
Bye, guys.
Ciao for now.
Ciao, ciao.